Damn, I'm good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of StarCraft Inc. I'm SSN Incarnum, and today I'm bringing you a game between myself and Money. Money is the red Terran at the bottom of Shattered Temple, and I myself am the Protoss on the left side of Shattered Temple. Now, as I said, I've been playing the ladder lately, which I don't normally do. I normally just kind of play team games with my my teammates, and this game, I've been going on like really good winning streaks. I've been doing really well. 5 games in a row winning, 1 loss. 6 more games in a row winning, and then 1 loss. And those losses are usually weird things like SCV Marine all-ins that I'm not expecting, or I make a stupid mistake. Like one time I forge fast expanded but forgot to actually build a pylon, or a cannon. That was interesting. So I make mistakes here and there, and I end up losing the game. This game, though, this game was a phenomenal matchup against Money, and I really want to showcase him because even while I was playing him, I was like, "Wow, you are phenomenal." So this is a good game to watch, guys. So this is a PVT, if you haven't already realized it, and I'm doing a little bit of probe harass here. And obviously, I know how this ends, so don't hate on me. I'll try to cast a good game without letting anything slip as to the ending. So that's the end of my probe harass as he drops that supply depot. So I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna go into, I think, some 1-gate pressure. I don't really remember how this plays out, but I think that's what I do at the start. Just trying to, get my economy rolling. I don't know what else to... It's hard to comment my own games. Wow, this is so weird for me. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm going to leave this probe here for a while with the option of dropping a pylon. Why don't we go into just my view? That'll help me out a little bit, I think, so I can really talk about what I'm thinking about. I'm going to leave this probe here because then I will have the option to drop a pylon later if I want to. If he goes for kind of an early gold, or whenever he takes that third, I'll have a probe there to notify me of that as well. I could also take the tower. I'm surprised I haven't already. I will not be getting a first zealot. I always skip this. Well, not always, but lately I've been skipping the first zealot. I find that helps me afford my second gas and a pylon. And I'll just be going straight for that stalker as soon as the cyber core is finished. I only have 2 guys on gas, and that should give me just enough, as you can see, for a stalker and warp tech. And there we go. So just 2 guys on gas with the timing that I put them in is all you need. You have exactly the right amount of gas. You have a little bit extra minerals because that 1 extra harvester. I am on top of my chrono. I'm chronoing nothing but workers. I will not be chronoing my cyber core with warp tech. And I should be doing some scouting with my first stalker. So you guys are like, why aren't you scouting, Incarnum? My first stalker will be going straight to their base after it clears up this SCV. Guys, when you are shooting an SCV with a stalker, make sure to scoot and shoot like this. Shoot and stop, shoot and stop. If you just allow it to shoot, that SCV will get away, and it will get out of your base. So, yeah, here we go. I'm going to expand on my first little bit of early pressure. This single stalker, I know it doesn't seem like a lot of early pressure, but if he does not have marauders, watch, I've got a second stalker on the way there. If he does not have any marauders, this first stalker is going to pose a pretty big problem for him, especially if there's no bunker. If there's a bunker or marauders, I can't really do much. And there is, I see a lot. Look at everything I see. I see a factory, I see a starport, I see a marauder. That tells me drops, okay? That tells me if he's going marauders, he's not going for heavy mech play. I'm thinking medevacs for those marauders. He wants to drop on my base. He wants to do a lot of damage. But that's from experience, and I could be very wrong. That's all up to him to really. That's the trouble of Terran, like this could mean a lot of things. There's a tech lab on this factory, but to me, I'm assuming he's going to hot swap that, so maybe there's going to be Banshees in the mix, maybe a Marauder Banshee build, which would actually be pretty powerful in my opinion, but who knows? That could be Siege Tank Marauder Medevac. I have no idea. This is kind of a weird build from this guy, and it's a part of how I'm a little frustrated with the read. I don't really know what to expect here. I need to get away from Stalkers though. I do need to stop building Stalkers and go for something else, because Stalkers are not effective against Marauders. And I will now take the tower because I am worried about some sort of aggression here. Now, keep in mind this tower on this map, ooh, there's a Viking that actually went overhead. My response, by the way, was to get a starport when I saw the, because Marauders, right, siege tanks, and medevacs. I'm not really expecting much air resistance. A Viking did come overhead. I'm going to want a couple Void Rays to deal with the ground army, and they will double as support against any kind of air army he has. So, I do start to get stuff that is not Stalkers, because it's, you know, siege tanks and Marauders will just annihilate Stalkers. And I do spread them out in case EMP is on the way. Hold on. Hold on, I'm okay. Yeah, so I do spread them out in case EMP is on the way. I don't want EMP ruining my day. And I will just continue to warp stuff in. So here comes a push. It is Marauder's siege tank. And he does kill my unit at the tower. I have a Void Ray charging up here on his base, because I know that his army is out of position. And I don't think there's much he can do about this. He's going to lose his supply depot, and it's going to be funny to me. And he is not supply blocked, but that's not exactly good for him. That was a free depot. So actually, there is a Banshee in my base, and I don't want to pull my army after this because I kind of think it has cloak, but I'm not sure. I don't really know personally, like in this game. So I'm not going to bring my army up here because I know it's bait. I know that this was coming, and I'm going to get some force fields down and trap that army there. My Zealots are going to get in and do some damage. They are up front. That is one of the most important things. Make sure your Zealots are up front. And now it's just a matter of focusing down these individual units here. So that went pretty well for me. My Void Ray is up here to kill this. It's actually not cloaking, and my cannon did finish. And so I took a lot of damage here, but I didn't lose mining time. I didn't pull my line. My line was mining the whole time. I feel like if I pulled that line and hit it over here somewhere, he'd still be able to just follow it and kill them, and I wouldn't be mining the entire time. So I feel like even though it got a lot of kills, I handled that the best I could considering the situation. If I pulled this up to defend right away, he could have had cloak and I wouldn't have been able to see it anyway. And then his ground army would have run over this expansion. So I feel personally like I held that quite soundly. I guess the alternative would have been I could have pulled this line to my natural and harvested from there for a while until I held the push off, and then I could have brought them back. But anyway, I think it went okay. So I'm going to start chronoing out my weapons upgrades. This is patch 1.4.2 or 3 maybe, I don't know, but it's the one with the upgrades, so the Protoss upgrades. Anybody who's Protoss thinks that's freaking sweet. Anybody who's not Protoss, especially Terran who lost a little bit of EMP range, they're like, well, that kind of sucks. I don't like that very much. But anyway, I'm going to have to kiss my ass because it's still here. This Void Ray is still chilling. I don't want to wander to his base. I'm curious as to what kind of damage I could have done if I did wander it into his base, but the purpose of this is to block against drops. That's why this is here. And we'll see what goes on. Kind of spreading pylons around my base to make sure nobody's gonna drop there, nobody's gonna invade my space. So I did get a Robo Bay because I was worried about more Banshees finally getting cloak as well. So I think I do have an observer out or on the way or something. I don't remember, maybe not. And he does have 2 Vikings here, so he's got a reactor on that starport now, because those Vikings came out at the same time, as far as I can tell. However, if you look at the production tab, there's only 1 Viking being produced. But that doesn't say anything. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna go to his view. Not gonna do it. And here goes. Here comes the Robo Bay, cranking out an observer. Not going to be chronoed or anything. This Nexus is full chrono. That is bad. That is bad, 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 bad. I should be spending that. I'm usually pretty good at spending my chrono, so I'm not sure what's up. A couple of Marauders, Banshee. Shit's getting real, because that kind of mix, Marauders are good against everything Protoss. Hellions are good against Zealots, which are good against Marauders, so that's shitty. This is really just going to suck dick, okay? I'm warning you in advance. I don't know how this is going to go down. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm taking this remote base here. Depending on what kind of mix he has, I could be in trouble. He's got Vikings too, which are going to fuck up my Void Ray's day pretty much. And I am supply blocked. Well, what a nice talent I have here. So he's beating me in supply. He's at 114 out of 126, where I am at 89 out of 92. Trying to close that gap a little bit. I am at 91 now. And here comes the engagement. Oh, dandy. So he's trying to micro back part of my army. I'm not going to let him bait me into his siege tanks. Here we go. Here's the engagement. And I'm actually still in range of the siege tanks. A couple force fields going down. At least his units are taking splash from the siege tanks. But that is still not a good engagement. His units are just absolutely melting my zealots. And he does have ghosts in the mix. So this, and he's got that the Raven for PDD. I warp in a cycle of zealots. They're now on top of his infantry, and any tank fire will do damage to his own infantry. Now my probes have been pulled. Probes are fantastic against Marauders, and PDD doesn't do shit against them. I'm going to get right on top of his tank here, and then focus fire down his Marauders as the PDD is out of ammunition. And I did lose this natural, but I'm going to send these probes over here to this base. I'm not going to let them sit around, and it is now time to actually rebuild. So I did hold that off, despite being outnumbered and kind of out-teched there too. I should be getting more upgrades. I'm not sure why I'm not. A little bit of mistakes here and there. I am 1-1 though. That's not terrible. He's got no air upgrades. I'm not sure what his ground upgrades are. He's got 4 more Marauders on the way and another siege tank, as you can see in the production tab. And I've got to really power this robo base soon. There's a drop in my base. I canceled something that was building. I'm not sure what it was. He's going to try to do some quick damage. And I'm going to warp in over here so that he can't... there we go. Get the surround on him with my probes. Oh yeah. I'm going to pull my probes back now that my zealots are there. That was just for stalling. And that should be enough to kill him there. He's got another engagement over here. My Immortal comes out in good time. It will be able to do some tasty, tasty damage to those Immortals. Oh, so good. I love Immortals. But the Banshee just fucks up Immortals' world. I gotta get my Stalkers over here to the siege tank. I don't even care about this Banshee. And focus that down. A couple of Zealots out just in case. And my Void Ray is gonna deal with the PDD, and then it'll come over and deal with this Banshee. And nope, the Banshee gets away. So, trying my best to hang on here. It's kind of an uphill fight for me at this point because I did lose that natural. I didn't notice this medevac floating here for a long time. Me going, you're pretty good. These 2 prongs are keeping me busy. So he finds me over here. I get my charge lots in the mix, and I take out this tank. That's important as hell. The Void Ray is going to do a lot of damage to these Marauders, and the photon cannons are doing their job, stalling quite nicely, and my Void Ray Zealot cleaned that up quite one-sidedly. And yeah, so still in this game, his 2 prongs are keeping me on my toes for sure, but if you look at the supply, it's not even close. I'm going to take a look at the income tab. He's actually not beating me. I'm surprised. 42 harvests, 59, but he's harvesting a lot more gas than me, so that's where a lot of his harvesters are. He's probably got 3 bases now. I will take a look at his chart. Yeah, he's on 3 bases. Just now, though, wow, that is a new thing. So that will officially start pulling him way ahead, because an extra orbital is a lot of extra money from those mules, baby. Getting another photon cannon, because every little bit of DPS is helping me defend against this bullshit that comes here over and over again. The problem is he now knows about this base, which means he has options as to whether he's going to attack me here or up here, and I have to be ready to defend either of them. So a couple of stalkers going to come up here and join this army mix here. And yeah, I'm just trying to stay alive. That is my main goal here. And we'll see if that even happens or not. I don't know what kind of army he has, but I'm going to go figure it out. He's got this little ball of awesome down here. And I'm not really sure if I can take that or not, but at any rate, I'm going to come over here and check for a natural, and it is a PF. And the second I see that, I see now that it's a PF, I know I can't fight that. So I've got to get out of there. And a couple stalkers here trying to pick off these stalkers are dead. They're trapped down there. And EMP goes down on pretty much all my zealots. It was a very well-placed EMP. And the rest of my zealots will be just tight to their death. Sucks to be a zealot in my army. And this Void Ray is going to come down here way late to the party and get mauled by both Ghosts and Vikings. 3-on-1. Not a good fight for him. And so, yeah, my army just got rolled. I'm going to try to replace it as fast as I can. This cannon is going to be my saving grace, I believe, as these zealots will be not enough. Not by themselves. And so his air units get there before the rest of his army. He's not very good at microing that. He loses one, almost loses two, and a Void Ray rallied from my base into the mix. I'm going to run past his army here and get a full surround against those rocks, as that is just perfect placement by him. He lost that fight by himself. And the Void Ray will get into the mix now and take out that medevac and then finish off the ground army. Hells yeah. So, I'm still behind in supply. He's still remaxing his army. I don't know where that supply deficit is. It's 20 supply almost in harvester difference. So that's a big deal. I'm not saturating very well. I'm still producing probes, don't get me wrong. Although this one doesn't seem to be hotkeyed. It should be hotkeyed. I don't know how to cycle through them here in this in the replay. Oh, no, it seemed to be. Yeah, it is hotkeyed. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. But anyway, so there is still a supply deficit. I'm trying to close that gap as fast as possible. It looks like he's getting ready to take that gold expo. And slowly getting a very large ghost composition. And that's not good, because I'm going very heavy zealot. So that is a very quick change from heavy marauder to heavy ghost. And it's going to be really scary, because it's all going to be able to cloak, and I don't have much detection. So, and I'm going a fucking heavy zealot sentry. Which, this is so bad. Oh my god. I don't know what I think I'm doing here. I've got an observer in the mix. I'm going to try to engage him. I'm going to try to do some damage. There is an army here. I realize it. I'm going to back out a little bit. So I very wisely know that I cannot take that. I'm going to go home. So I don't really know what I took from that. I don't remember when I was playing what I saw and what I thought that was for. He's now taken his fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so including the gold expo. So he's got his entire side of the map. I'm getting my fourth, but I don't even have. I'm not even close to getting my gold. So he's ahead of me, way ahead of me in income right now. And yeah, what I need, guys, because I know someone's gonna yell it out. I know I need Colossus so bad, but I was worried that Viking Marauder would just fucking rape Colossus. Right now, I need EMP. I need High Templar, not EMP. Sorry, I need Storm. I need High Templar that I micro better than him so that I don't get EMP to death. I need good storms like nobody before me. But yes, he's got a good composition against me. In fact, he's got a good composition against Protoss. That much EMP. They're like, Colossus would fucking melt this. They would just destroy it. But I didn't know that he wasn't just completely Marauder Viking Banshee, because that's if anybody's gone Protoss, I'm sure you've been screwed by Marauder Banshee before. Like I'm positive you've had your ass handed to you by Viking Marauder Banshee. It is so scary against Colossus, because you just don't have the anti-air to deal with firepower from the sky like that. So, because Marauder, Banshees, and oh no, look at this. There we go. I got it. Anyway, Banshees and Vikings are some of the most powerful air-to-air and then air-to-ground units in the game. So, some scary shit. For their tier, at least. I mean, they're dirt cheap. You can build a lot of them pretty quick. I say dirt cheap compared to Protoss units. They're pretty expensive compared to other Terran units, but, you know, it is what it is. So here we go. Here's the mix. That's going to push me, and I have a lot of shit, but it's all going to get... Watch this. We're going to watch this in slow motion. So my army, he pulled my army down. Half the ghosts cloak, so my zealots spend their time trying to figure out how to get around the ghosts, which is not good at all. There goes my entire army getting EMP'd after it gets pumped up. My army kind of refuses to do anything until it walks past the ghost. This ghost clump acts as a wall that my army has to walk around before engaging, because I did not have my observer up here. My observer is down here somewhere. And the shittiest thing about that is that even if my observer was in the mix, his EMPs would have revealed it and his Vikings would have killed it. So here goes this army just raffle stomping our base. I get a couple of good feedbacks off there, almost killing this Banshee, almost killing a few other things with the feedbacks. But this is kind of becoming the end for me. Jesus, stealth Batman. Yeah, I did not know how to deal with that at all. And there's my observer, but it doesn't matter if I can see it or not. He's just got more shit than me at this point. And that much ghost DPS is just impossible to deal with zealots. You can't do it. And yeah, those ghosts are doing quite well. 7 kills on some of them. And yeah, no. He's got enough immortals in the mix that even things like cannons and stuff, like there's fucking, look at this ghost count. It's so ridiculous. Oh my god. So, this is what beat us in Incarnum in the end. And I don't have Storm Tech, so a couple feedbacks, killed a few ghosts that way, but ultimately there's not much I can do here, and I do go down. So guys, I'm Assistant Incarnum. I thought I'd show you my epic loss on the ladder. I thought this was a pretty cool game, but I hope you guys thought so too. Keep in touch. Guys, I have a website now, and a blog, and a Facebook page. I'm going to put all that in the link. You know, you guys, if you want to follow us on all fronts, try to go visit those, alright? I'll see you guys next time.